Hey Dale.
Hey.
It's a little bit noisy here. We're just on the river. I'll just flip my camera up. We're just on the river, making our way up to Vung Tau. So we've probably been underway now for about an hour, and we've got another 2.5 to go before we get to the coast, and then sails up and we start heading north. But yeah, so everything's looking good so far. I'm up on the foredeck, so we might just start. I'll start showing you around all the equipment up here, and then we'll work our way back.
That'd be absolutely awesome.
Start up on the bow. So your bowsprit, we've got the furler set up, furling lines running back. We haven't put the tack line on for the spinnaker yet. We'll do that before we get to the mouth of the river. This is new. So this is, I think your boat's the first boat to get this. So this is just it's just for taking a mooring line over. So you've got the roller, you've got the rub plate, but then also we've put in a hose pipe through here, so you can take a line onto the capstan.
That's really smart. I like that. Such a good tweak.
Yeah, little thing, but quite practical. So this is a new moulding, this Longeron actually. So it's the same concept in general. What we've done, we've put an extra, I'm not sure the exact measurement, but around 100 mil, so around 3.5 inches extra width in this. The large reason for us to do that was actually to reduce the weight. By making it wider, we're able to put the anchor directly in the center. Before it was previously slightly offset, which meant that the unidirectional fibers, so previously the unidirectional fibers had to sort of come around the anchor well, and it lost a lot of strength and it needed a lot of reinforcement to cope with that. So now they go either side and the anchor goes through the middle, and then you've got the bridle comes up through here, and it's got this mantis hook, and it hooks onto a ball here. It's secured on, very easy to get off and launch, and when you pull it back up, it's the exact right tension. And then you can also see the inner forestay attachment point here. So you do have a lot of extra width down the side deck here. You can really feel that extra. This is where the extra 100 mil went in each hull, and you really can feel that.
When you put that 100 mil in, Shane, is that literally from where the key, from the base of the hulls where they joined all the way out to the top deck? Did you gain that 100 mil all the way across?
Yeah, it is. It was pretty much straight down the center. It was widened, and then obviously it was lengthened. But because the bow got longer below the waterline, as opposed to this point didn't get that much longer, so it's fatter here. So this is fatter than it used to be, but when it gets down to the waterline, it's back to the same sort of thickness.
That's amazing. You can really see that deck space. It's just out of interest. If I look at the main hatches below you, going down into the bow lockers.
Yep.
What's the rough dimension of that? It's just me thinking, what toys can you fit in there?
650 by 650. 600 by 600 probably. Yeah. Okay, and then we've got the spinnaker in there. Some fenders, the life ring. Yeah.
There's a lot of room in there, isn't there? You can sort of do stuff with that.
Yeah.
Volume into it, which I'm assuming the intent was a slight more load capacity?
Correct, yes. But visually, I can see that it's come up a lot in the bow, and it's come up a little in the transom. That makes sense because proportionately we've added 100 mil everywhere, but proportionately that 100 mil is a lot more in the bow than it is in the stern. Yeah.
Oh, mate, she looked amazing on the trailer. She looked like she was doing that, she looked like she was going flat out just on the dock.
She does.
Yeah, no, definitely the style impact has hit the mark for sure. Yeah. Look, will be interesting to see how we go this afternoon. I'm looking forward to it.
All right. I can't tell you, by the way, Shane. Just in case you don't know, I am just. This is just so exciting. I'm about to explode. This is amazing.
Well, she'll be with you soon enough. Right. Okay, so the generator install. I think the generator has been run at the dock. We're not needing to run it at the moment. I mean, you got the lithium batteries. When I jumped on the boat this morning, we had 62 amps. 62% of charge in the batteries. It had been raining all night. It was raining this morning when I jumped on the boat, and there was bugger all coming in from solar. And I checked not that long ago, after probably half an hour of motoring, and we were at 100%. So a little bit of sunlight that came out, and motoring for half an hour had just smashed the charge in there. So actually at the moment I'm running the aircon in that back cabin just to see how it goes, because in theory when I come back it should still be at 100%, because the charge coming in from the alternators should surpass the demand from the aircon. So you got things like here you got your attachment points for the storm sail. Yep. There's fold flat, not in use. Obviously this is just a heap of storage.
Tanks are nice and accessible as well, aren't they? To be able to
they are, yeah. Removable. I think I can see there that's 90-95%.
It's quite nice actually to see to have her fully fueled up and tanked up, instead of just see how she's sailing like that with that extra volume. It'd be really interesting. Yeah,
well, just earlier we just stopped and put the Gory prop in overdrive. I think we picked up another more than a knot. I think we picked up by just putting the props in overdrive with the same RPM. Yeah, so still definitely currently performing well. We have been motoring into an oncoming tide, and I think we're about to go into slack tide. Once we get a slack tide, we'll do a test under motor and see if there's any difference in motoring performance.
It's just so exciting. Must be fascinating for you as well to see the impact of everything you've done.
It's definitely good to see the boat in the water now. Yeah. I was very happy to see the outcome of that new bow shape. It looks fantastic.
Looks incredible. The whole thing looks incredible. Look at that. Some
small things here that we've added these friction rings for the reefing lines. We used to run them through the pad eyes directly, but we were finding that over time you were getting chafe. So now you've got these friction rings which can articulate and rotate, and obviously a much more gentle curve. So yeah, just trying to, they're the sort of things that you just learn over time, and just trying to work on and improve and tweak. There's Stefan, Seawind production manager. Pete is the 1600 production manager. So Pete was responsible for your boat. Hi Pete. Look at that, Pete. I'll flick the camera so they can see you.
I'm not sure that's such a good thing. Guys, very good to see you both.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Hey, good, likewise. Have a good trip.
So this new version of the 1600, we're branding the Passagemaker edition. So it really, it's come about because we're really trying to make the boat more, increase the load carrying capacity and make it more cruiser friendly, make it be able to take all that extra gear and yeah. So look, I think the name is aptly applies to the designs. Again, we've got all our lines running back through here. I won't jump into the engine room because engines are running, but I'll flick them up open. All right. So what are we doing now? We're 1,000, just under 1,800 RPM. We're doing 8.1 knots, speed over ground. Stefan, we'll be pretty close to slack tide now, right? Yeah. About slack tide, yeah. Okay. So 1,800 RPM. We're doing about just over 8 knots in what appears to be pretty much slack tide.
What's the normal cruising RPM you'd run those 80s at?
I normally run it a bit higher than that actually, but we're, the motors have just been run. I mean, the 80 horsepower is they make the boat feel very easy. Okay, all right, we'll make our way inside. Oh, good, we've got some lunch coming. So we've just got some sheets covering everything, but you got your...
All the batteries are under there, are they?
The what?
Sort of matrix. Is that where all the battery packs sit? Yeah.
It is, yeah. I can get into there.
Oh, there we go. Got it.
That's it. Just the two of them. Yeah.
Is it? You're joking. Is it just two?
It's just them, yeah. With the AGMs, this you'd have all that filled as well, but no, that's it. The lithiums are pretty small.
That's amazing.
We've just got the shades down because it's quite sunny at the moment, so just keeping some of the heat out. So let's take a look how we're looking. Yeah, we're still at 100% battery there with the aircon running for the last hour. Yeah, these outlets are good. You got your multi-purpose outlets.
If I look at the ignition keys for the motors you've got in front of you there, do you just leave those on? It takes the engines live, and I presume you've got electric starts at the helm station?
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. There's no real need to turn these on and off. When you're parked up, you can turn your starts off, but your house obviously would stay on. You can leave the boat really with that. I think actually we recommend you leave that with the start on, and you just turn the breakers for what you want to turn off. Okay. Obviously, if you turn that off, your fridges and freezers turn off as well. So typically you'd leave that on. Okay. Come downstairs. So you've got your lifting bed here, which is fantastic. You got like storage back there.
There's a shed load of storage, isn't there?
There is, yeah. You get drawers below here.
When you widen that all out by 100 mil, and it's like anything, isn't it? Once you change one thing, there's so much that follows.
Correct. So this the bed's yeah. So everything. I mean, the bed's bigger, the bathroom's bigger, the beds on the other side are bigger, and I think the big area where it's made an impact is the forward V-berth, which was previously a little undersized. Yes. Yeah. So now it feels quite comfortable. We have made a change to the discharge system. One of the previous boats, we had some feedback that they were getting smell, and we think it was there was a Y valve here which had a discharge for deck and discharge overboard. We've now removed the Y valve, so you've got a direct pickup from the deck to the top of the tank, and then we've just got the single ball valve here. So it's now pretty much a sealed system top to bottom, single discharge.
It's tiny, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is very tiny. Yeah.
In that shower chain, is that curtained or door? How does that work?
No, so the shower is facing forward. So you've got this sort of half divide. You've got this wall, and the shower is facing forward, and it comes here, and then you've got basically this raised platform and a gutter draining out here. You've got your blinds up here.
Yeah.
So obviously, I mean, these bigger windows as well have made a huge improvement throughout the boat, I think.
The natural light coming in is just, when I look at some of the, the earlier clips where you just had those windows as opposed to the full length.
Yeah. You've got the extra, the extra light, natural light coming in, plus the extra 100 mil, and now this feels like you don't need more. You don't need more walkway space. I don't know what you would do with it if you had more. We can see underneath here. So that's, let's see if I can get my finger in the screen. Up there, that's the wing deck. That's the central stringer. And then you can obviously see the escape hatch on the other side. You can see the chine through here. Sorry, through there. You can see the chine shape changes a bit. It's more horizontal there, then it really comes to a chamfer here. We did that to improve the sound. All it really is to do is just to make the sound better, reduce that sound of slapping.
What's your forecast when you get out the river? You're going to be able to find out whether it works.
You've had a look. There's a storm front building off the Philippines. It's pretty far away, but we'll get a bit of the tail end of that. It's looking like we'll probably have 15 to 20, but it's all going to be from behind. So we'll probably do a beam reach out to get pretty far offshore, get away from the fishing boats this afternoon, and then we'll head north and we'll have it behind us. I mean, it'll be comfortable, which even if it might be a bit wet and a bit choppy, which is not what we're looking for, but the way back down will be upwind, so that's when we'll really get some testing happening on the way back south. For us, yeah, I think it'll be probably a pretty comfortable ride, but we'll have some good wind. Should be good. Me's got the kitchen going. All right, so we've just got some bottles of water up here, and we're just about to have lunch. So Sheldon really unpacks this area, so it doesn't quite tell the story, but you do feel a difference in space here. These beds, I think this gap has remained the same, but each bed has become bigger, so this now feels like a far more suitable single. There's been quite a significant change here. So we've added a lot of the extra width in this area here to pick up the knee space. So previously, when you close the door, your knees are pretty close to the door, and now you can see I've got basically that extra 100 mil is right there to make that feel. I'm 6 foot, so.
With the same height as me, so it's quite good measurements there.
Yeah. So now I've got comfortable space to move around. I can close the door, and you've got plenty of space there. You can put your legs out, Yeah. So, and we've also turned that into a sliding door to again pick up a bit more space. We've also connected a forced fan to the light. So when the light's put on here, we have this fan that's sucking out, forcing ventilation. There's always been a vent here, but now this is just to really create that flow. And forced ventilation. That was because this used to be opening, but we've removed all these port lights on the inboard side are now fixed. They just never sealed, so no more opening lights here. These are all the escape hatch is also fixed with an emergency hammer. These are all fixed, so there's no possibility for leaks. Again, there's a lot of extra space here.
Yeah, you can see that.
So we pick up, halfway, this is sort of the halfway point. So you've got all that, which is, again, probably about 600 mil there, 600 mil there. So it's about 1.2 wide here. It's probably about 900 at the base. Yeah, so it's, I would comfortably sleep there as a couple. Yeah, so you got your emergency hammer here for that one, and these steps are removable if you need to get out.
You're really having a bad day if you're having to use that thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess we go through some of the cockpit lockers.
Yeah, I just want to see the size things.
They're all quite full at the moment. Bits and pieces.
And how was the wiring into the spare autopilot as well? Was that pretty straightforward?
Yeah, so basically what you got these two breakers. There's a label here saying use one autopilot at a time. So you turn that one off, and then you turn that one on.
I can work with that.
Yeah, so this is also the new Master Vault Easy 5 display, like what you're used to on a smartphone these days, with the touchscreen and display and information feedback. But I find this much better. So this is the information for the alternators, the temperature of the alternators, the output, state of charge, The batteries are full, so they won't really be doing anything at the moment.
No, that's really, really cool. No, I mean, honestly, mate, it's freaking amazing. And it's so cool to be able to talk to you whilst you're actually just donking up the river.
All right, we'll just get back out to the cockpit. Your rib at the back. We got the front clears. We've got some material coming in for the sides, but we don't have them for the trip, so we might be a little bit wet if we go up, but we'll see how we go.
I love it. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, Shane, listen, this has just been amazing to go through this with you like this.
Is there anything else I can run you through?
I know what's going to happen, mate. As soon as I jump off this, I'll have a million questions in my head. But for now, I just want to say thank you so much. And it's really, really cool. The little bit of it going in the water, even just the pictures on the dock, you know, that were taken before it actually went in and stuff like that. Because it's something, once it's out of the shed, it kind of comes alive. It's real. Thank you so much for your time today. And I can't even begin to tell. As I said, I'm just, beyond excited now.
No worries. All right. Have a good day.
All right, you too. All the very best. Yeah, look after yourselves.
All right. So just finishing up there the call with Dale, the owner of this boat. Unfortunately, he's not able to be here for us on the sea trials, but we've run through the boat with him via Zoom. So we're getting close to the mouth of the river. We'll soon start to get our sails up, go through making sure all the rigging is set up correctly, and then before it's now getting 2 p.m. Before it gets dark, we'll set the sails. We'll start heading offshore to get free of any fishing vessels and the fishing channels. And then we'll just start heading north. All right.
Yeah. Lunch.
Lunch, yeah.